I own a normal car, but I wish I owned a Tesla Model Y. I recently drove a Tesla Model Y for the first time in South Australia, and it was awesome. It really blew me away in so many different ways. There were a few things that I didn't like about it, but hey, let's be serious. No car is perfect. In this video, I'm going to run through what it's like to drive a Tesla Model Y compared to a normal car and some of the big differences that stood out to me. If you're coming from a petrol car, an internal combustion engine car, and it's the first time you're driving an EV or a Tesla, there's going to be a few things that you're going to have to get used to. And a lot of them are going to be pleasant surprises, and a few things might be a bit strange. But one of the first things that I noticed when I got in an EV for the first time, Tesla Model Y, is it's just so quiet when it drives. It's like eerily quiet. And that's nice in some ways, but it's also maybe potentially a bit dangerous. Maybe some pedestrians that are around may not hear the car coming. Okay, sure, you could argue they should be looking twice, but I think it does perhaps increase the likelihood of some sort of interaction between vehicles and pedestrians. A big one that you'll notice is the acceleration, the performance off the mark, or even when you're at speed and getting going a bit faster. It's just crazy. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. And I used to own a really nice Subaru WRX that was high spec. It used to go crazy. Yeah, EVs just leave most normal cars in the dust, except for supercars. And even then, it's not clear cut. EVs are crazy. The Tesla Model Y, I mean, I'm a family guy. I'm an old guy. I've got family in the car. I'm not looking for serious acceleration. I'm quite happy to take my time getting up to the speed limit. But if you are in a hurry, if you do want to accelerate quickly, oh my God, you will not be disappointed. It's really exhilarating if you're looking for that thrill. Personally speaking, it's not for me, but hey, it's there if you want it. And by the way, if you want to get all of my notes about the Tesla Model Y and every other EV that I drive, click on the first link below in the description and I'll send everything right to you. Another big change between conventional cars and the Tesla Model Y is charging is a real pleasure, and surprisingly so, perhaps. Now, I do think it's evolved quite a bit in just the short time that I've been driving EVs, and I'm sure it will continue to evolve and get better and better and better over the coming years. Already, I think we're at a point where it doesn't really take that much longer to recharge an EV versus just fill up with petrol. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. Personally, I haven't experienced that myself, but even so, it only takes half an hour, 40 minutes, depending on which charger you're using, if you're out and about or you're in the middle of a trip somewhere, to recharge from 10, 15, 20% battery back to 90 to 100%. So as long as you're okay with just taking your time, going into the shopping mall and getting some groceries, or going and sitting in a cafe and having a bite to eat, or getting a coffee, or just going for a little walk, half an hour goes by very, very quickly. So I mean, the misconception that it's going to take hours and hours and hours to recharge an EV, I don't think that applies anymore. Another really nice thing, personally speaking, is I love recharging and not having to pay for petrol, not having to pay for gas. It just feels so archaic going to a petrol station and having to stand there and fill up with however many liters, and it's $100 and you get, I mean, I was renting the Tesla Model Y. If I, instead of hiring that car, if I hired some traditional, normal petrol car, well, I would have had to pay for the rental plus the petrol. And we drove 479 kilometers. So I would have had to have filled up at least once, twice. So we're looking at, I probably saved at least $100, maybe $200 in petrol because we had the Tesla Model Y and we were able just to go to a Tesla supercharger and just park it, plug it in, tap the key card on the charger, and it just charged. And the bill for that charging went back to our rental company, and they told me quietly, discreetly, that currently they're not passing on those charges. The charge for the charging. They're not passing on those charges to people that are renting the cars. So yeah, I took advantage of that. When we were driving and we needed to recharge, I would go to the Tesla supercharger because I knew that it was fast and also free. It's so nice. It's so nice. Yeah, it's just such a nice experience. Charging an EV compared to filling up with petrol with a traditional car, it's chalk and cheese. Once you go EV and you experience charging, it's just such a nicer experience. I think you'll have a hard time going back. And by the way, if you ever want to get in touch and we can connect, and maybe I can feature your EV here on the channel in the future, drop me an email, get in touch. We'll see if we can make it happen. Another thing you'll probably notice when you're coming from a traditional car over to something like a Tesla Model Y is that it has a lot more tech and it feels a lot more future ready, shall we say, than a traditional car. And yeah, it's kind of surprising when you first get into it. You kind of scratch your head and ask yourself, well, why can't those traditional petrol cars also have some of these nice tech features? And honestly, I don't have a good answer for that. I mean, I think they could. They could have the same futuristic feel, the same tech features, but they don't. I don't know. Even the navigation system in the Tesla Model Y, it just feels really, really nice. Now, I'll grant you, I don't have any experience driving new, like brand new, last couple of year models, internal combustion engine cars. So maybe they are. Maybe they are really that futuristic and future leaning, but I don't know about it. I should mention at this point that my daily drive at home is a 13-year-old bomb that I would like to replace because it barely works, and I'd love to upgrade to an EV. It's a work in progress. Wife is digging the heels in on that one, but hey, maybe one day we'll get there. Something else that might take a bit of getting used to, but once you get used to it, you'll probably again find it hard to go without, is the situational awareness, particularly on a Tesla, like the Tesla Model Y. It is so good with the sensors around the outside of the camera at showing you what other cars are around, pedestrians. It's mind blowing. Like when you first get in a Tesla and you experience it and you see it for yourself, you really have to be amazed and applaud. It is really something else. And it's way better than the current version that I've experienced in BYDs and other EVs. It's really out by itself as far as I'm concerned. Situational awareness in the Tesla, including the Tesla Model Y, is really second to none as far as I'm concerned. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. If you disagree with me or if you think I've left out any important points, let us know below. Having driven a Tesla Model Y now and some other EVs, I'm completely sold on EVs. I love them. I should point out that I also love traditional internal combustion engine cars as well. I think almost every car has its own charm for its own reasons, except my current car. But hey, maybe we can talk about that some other time because it's quite embarrassing. But let me know what you think about the Tesla Model Y. If you own one, if you've looked at getting one recently, if you looked at it and you decided you would prefer to go for something else, let me know your thoughts. I've also made other videos talking about other things about the Tesla Model Y. So if you want to check out some other videos, you can check them out here. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next one.